Hello, welcome back. Today's story goes back almost 20 years, 2 decades back. A story that I heard from my own master trainer, and I would love to share it today. Uh, the story is the story of two woodcutters. Let's name them Peter and Paul. We can also name them Ram and Sham, whatever whatever two names come to your mind. Now, these two woodcutters, or lumberjacks as we call them, were friends. But then, more importantly, they were competitors. So both of them felt that they were the better lumberjack or the better woodcutter. So one day they brought this problem out into the open, this bone of contention that they had, and said, "Okay, let's have a competition. Let's go into the jungle and start sawing trees or axing trees. We'll see by the end of the day whoever has produced the maximum timber will be the winner." So it was a fair enough contest. And they had two identical axes. So दोनों के पास identical कुल्हाड़ियाँ थी. So then they thought, all right, let's get into the forest. And they started working. Now while they were axing, Peter thought, okay, I will not take a break. Come what may, I'll continue axing and axing and axing, sawing and sawing and sawing, as if, there's no tomorrow. And he continued. So the sound of lumber getting created, trees getting chopped, was continuously heard. And both woodcutters were very competitive, so they continued at it. So while Peter was axing these trees and while he was chopping down wood, he could actually realize that the sound of the other person, who's Paul, chopping the trees, would keep stopping for around 10 to 15 minutes after every 2 hours. So that made Peter feel very good. He said, okay, now this guy is getting tired. Paul is getting tired, so it's my chance. I'll win today. And without stopping, Peter continued. He continued sawing and sawing, axing and axing. While he was axing, his axe started becoming really blunt. So his quality of work was getting affected, but he didn't stop. He said, no, that's okay. Let's do this. I can do this. At least I'm not stopping and I'm continuing. So at the end of the day, who do you think won the contest? Okay. I also thought that it was Peter, but then I was stunned when my trainer told me that Paul had won the contest. Why do you think he won the contest? Yes, because Paul was taking planned breaks of 10 to 15 minutes after every interval and sharpening his saw. Yes. What does sharpening the saw mean? Sharpening the saw was a mind-blowing, pioneering idea that was actually given by Stephen R. Covey, the great management guru. And by sharpening the saw, he meant that we need to constantly upgrade our skills, upgrade our existing knowledge. Why do we need to do that? We're already experts in our field. Many of us are experts in our field. We may just feel content and say, okay, fine. Do I need to actually sharpen my saw? I'm good at whatever I do. People actually have to come to me and learn from me. No. Why is that? Because we become as outdated as MS-DOS. We become as outdated as these softwares that have gone completely out of business. So instead of being outdated, what is it that we can actually do? We can start working on 4 different factors that govern our personal productivity. These 4 different factors that are responsible for our personal productivity would be P, which is physical, the physical aspect of our body, our personality. S, which would be the social aspect of our personality, or emotional aspect of our personality, if we may call it. M, which is the mental well-being, the mental aspect that governs the way that we actually shape ourselves and how we behave on a day-to-day basis. And finally, the other S, which is the spiritual aspect of our personality. So what do I mean by physical aspect? I mean, if we don't take a break, our body actually starts getting burnt out. and we face burnout, we don't feel motivated enough to get through the activities of the day, our regular activities of the day. So physical exercise, taking some time off to just maybe go to the gym, take care of our diet, our health, all of these come under the physical aspect of our personality. And then we move on to the social aspect. No man is an island. So in order to actually feel good about oneself, we need to be constantly in touch with our friends and family. We need to ensure that they know that we are around and we know that they're around. We feel really self-assured. We feel better. We feel special. These are the loved ones that we're talking about, and the friends, the colleagues, the social network. So that's the S aspect. And then we move forward to the other aspect that we're talking about, the mental well-being. So mental well-being, keeping our mind sharp, keeping ourselves relevant, reading, ensuring that this golden habit, this wonderful habit of reading doesn't get left out in the hurry of life, in the bustle of life. And then moving forward to our spiritual, which is maybe meditating, thinking of one divine self who's up above there and who actually gave us who we are and made us who we are today. So all of these help us to sharpen our saw and make us who we are and make us even better every day. Being better every day should be our motto. And that's what my motto is today. Because at times when I feel, okay, this is it, I can't do more, I can't just pull this weight of being a homemaker, being responsible for home, for family, for loved ones, for being a professional, so many other things. That's when I say, hey, let me just sit down with a nice hot cup of tea or coffee. Coffee is my favorite, filter coffee. And maybe read a good book. I may not be able to read the complete 400-page book, but one chapter will help me sharpen my saw. So I hope this brilliant concept, which is very relevant as it was maybe 100 years to as relevant as it today, maybe this particular concept will also give you some learning today. So have a wonderful day ahead. Please like, please subscribe. I'm still trying to figure out so many details of videos, of lighting, of camera. And I may be saying something more than I should have said because I don't have a standard script. But please do subscribe and encourage me to do better. Thank you. And have a wonderful day sharpening your saw. Bye-bye.